Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are about to hit the road for tournament number 2 of 2025. We got the second Bassmaster Open in Division 2 at Kentucky Lake. So not a crazy drive from here in East Tennessee. It's probably about 4.5 hours. But yeah, it's going to go very, very quick. I'm used to like 10 or 12 hour drives in general, but yeah, man, I'm really excited about this tournament. It's already kind of sucking leaving the family. You know, I lately that's been the hardest part of this whole process. But anyways, we spent a lot of time this week getting things ready for this tournament. The boat is about as clean as it's gonna be all season. Before I had a kid, I could spend, all the time I needed to clean everything, wax everything, but it's hard with a little kid that you don't want to, take a whole lot of time away from. But anyways, we did the truck too. So we cleaned and washed the truck. It's already got some dust on it, compliments of the dirt road. But anyways, we are ready to rock. We got a Buc-ee stop, which is nice. And yeah, let's hit the road, get to Paris, Tennessee. All right, here we are. America's finest. Buc-ee's is a must stop. I always like a tournament route that takes me by a Buc-ee's. It's cheap gas for the boat and the truck. Yeah, and some decent food. I'm getting, I've been to Buc-ee's enough to where the food is kind of, I'm getting a little bit tired of it, but still pretty good. Highly suggest the Texas cheesesteak burrito or the chicken burrito, and also the club. Those are the deals. Everybody comes here for the brisket sandwiches, but I like the club and the burritos. All right, let's gas up. All right, so we are 20 minutes away from the rental house that I rented for everybody. We got 4 people, including myself, that we're all rooming together, and got a pretty cool house. I think that this is going to be a pretty fun week. It's really nice when you got a good group. We got Matt Steffen, Matt Pangrack, and then we got Blake Schroeder, I think is his last name. I've only met him once, but all really good dudes. I'm really looking forward to hanging out with them this week, and it seems like a pretty nice house. Even though I have been surprised before by Airbnbs and VRBOs where the pictures look real nice, and then you get there and you're like, oh gosh, better check for bed bugs. But anyways, pretty short drive. I mean, 4.5 hours is nothing compared to most tournament drives. So not a whole lot of time. In fact, I spent like 2 hours just talking to Matt Steffen on the phone. So didn't talk to nearly as many people as I normally do. Looks like we got a fire here coming up. But anyways, holy cow. You guys are about to see the smoke, but I don't know what's going on here. I don't think it's a controlled fire at all. Dang. Yeah, these guys do not look like they meant to do that. Anyways, I think this is going to be a pretty interesting event. Now, when I first saw Kentucky Lake on the schedule, I kind of was disappointed, because I don't know enough about Kentucky Lake as it is right now these days. I do know that, smallmouth play a huge role on this lake right now for tournaments. And so that's definitely something that's on my radar. But really don't know how, this place fishes. I've done some research, as far as like YouTube videos and things like that. So I have a better grasp. I think it's actually going to be a pretty good junk fishing tournament. Unless you're like dialed in on like the live scope techniques, fishing for fish on stumps and stuff like that. I'm going to be definitely doing some stuff like that, but honestly, I think that's going to be a little bit hard to find the areas and to dial in the technique if you haven't done it before. So, but doing things like early pre-spawn stuff, jerk baits, jigs, crankbaits. I think all those are going to be players here this week. So, anyways, and one thing I've been really paying attention to as I drive down here, we have had some really unseasonably warm weather at times leading up to this tournament. And so I was not sure if we would start seeing some fish getting into kind of the spawning, or close to spawning mode. But one of the visual cues that I always look for during the spring as I'm driving to an event is, how far along things have changed, whether it's the spring or the fall. And I'm not seeing, the grass is still brown around here for the most part. There's no like buds on the trees. There's definitely no dogwoods blooming or any of those like terrestrial cues that I look for going to a tournament. So I think it's going to be very, very solid pre-spawn, edge of winter and pre-spawn, type of patterns. And the current is pretty heavy. I mean, they're pulling like 100,000 cubic feet per second right now, and they were pulling like 230,000 cubic feet per second. So that, I mean, there's definitely going to be a lot of fish that are kind of oriented, in that current. So that's kind of my game plan, and I'm probably going to stick with, within 15 miles of Paris landing, and just kind of go out there and wing it, which I feel really, really comfortable with. There's some tournaments where I have too much of an idea going into them as to what I want to do, and a lot of times when you have that sort of rigidity in your game plan, it really ends up, bad. I feel like Sam Rayburn was kind of like that. Even though Sam Rayburn kind of fits in with my strengths a little bit more, fishing largemouth and potentially fishing shallow, I was like very polarized at that event. I was either fishing shallow with a chatterbait, or I was out fishing live scope minnow fishing. There was no like in between. There was no like, all right, I'm going to check this area, throw a Carolina rig and a jerk bait, and maybe do a little bit of flipping and pitching. It was like, it was one or the other, and that's not a good place to be in tournament fishing in general, unless you're in a place like Okeechobee where not even there anymore. You guys are out there scoping in the canals and dominating that event. So anyways, it's kind of funny how I went from seeing Kentucky Lake on the schedule and being so disappointed and unsure how I want to approach it, to now I feel confident, more so in the fact that I don't know how to approach it, and I'm just going to go be loose and figure it out. Trust the process, I guess, is something that I need to remember to do throughout this week. And I think it's easier when you don't know exactly what to do. So I know where I'm going to start tomorrow, but I don't know where that's going to take me. But anyways, we are about to turn into the neighborhood where our house is. I just hope that it's a good house. You never know. There she is. Beautiful Kentucky Lake. My goodness. Water's down, winter pool. It was way up, I think last week or the week before, but they obviously pulled that sucker down. They're not going to leave it way above winter pool for very long until they're ready to pull it up. But man, what a big lake, man. You look at it on the map and it's just massive. Here we go. Here we go. This is our place. Looks like parking is as advertised. Plenty of parking for boats. Awesome, awesome. That's exactly what I wanted to see. All right. Oh yeah, this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. Got a little fire pit back here. I don't know if we're going to use that this week, but it's nice to have it. Yeah, the place looks great. Nice, nice kind of. Well, the place looks great. Tons of parking. So, like, the main thing when you're looking for a tournament house is just make sure you got ample parking. And so we got one area right here that can handle at least 2 rigs comfortably, and then where I'm parked down there, which may not be where I decide to you know, park the whole time, that is a good spot too. So overall, it's great. I got here a little bit early, so I'm just waiting for the manager of the property to let me know if I can get in a little bit early. So, but I'm very, very happy with how it looks on the outside. We get an air show too. We got a C-130 flying by. That was pretty sweet. All right, so I just got the text. The manager of the property says that the code's gonna work. So we're gonna go inside and see how this place is. Got a nice deck out here. I don't know how much we're gonna be hanging out, but there we go. Code works. All right. Look at this. Nice. Love it. I'm already digging it. This is gonna be great. Oh man. I'd take off my glasses, but they're prescription. I forgot my regular glasses in there, but check this out. I'll turn it around. We'll give you the tour. So nice decor, totally my type of like cabin feel to it. And then we've got, you know, the kitchen area, plenty of space. Need to turn the heater on, but dude, legit. Nice bathroom. Bedroom number 1. I think I'm gonna grab this bedroom. I think first come, first serve. Nobody's got any special considerations like kids or family or anything. I'm gonna take my pick of the litter. Oh yeah, look at that monster crappie. Yes, sir. There's another monster crappie on the wall over there. Can't zoom in, but all right. Loft area up here. Pretty sweet. That's the house. All right, I'm gonna get settled in and then do some shopping. Moving in. You need to have your pillows from home. I mean, that's really a must for staying at these rental houses. Oh, but this one actually looks pretty nice and clean, so may not have needed it, but you never know. It feels really nice to be able to get here first and get completely settled in. That starting the week off good. I've stayed at a lot of rental houses over the years for tournaments. Some of them are complete dogs and some of them are pretty decent. This one is probably one of the absolute best. Now, I just happened to find this booking, but one thing, as I mentioned before, parking is a big deal. So 1, 2, 3, potentially 3 rigs on this side, And then you've got a whole other section over here. I decided to move up here, and you could park 2 very comfortably and 3 pretty comfortably as well. So this may be one of the best rentals I've ever, rented, ever been at. Overall, I mean, it optimized for tournament fishermen, and it's really nice inside. So really stoked on that. I mean, that's putting us off on the right foot, for this event. I mean, having a nice, comfortable place that just feels good, and you get to hang out with your buddies. That definitely can't hurt the mojo in a tournament week. But I'm going to put this one. I've never done this before. I'm going to put the link for the booking of this particular cabin in the description below if anybody's going to be fishing a tournament here at Paris. It's like 25 minutes away, I think, so it's a little bit of a drive, but honestly, I like a half an hour drive to the ramp in the morning. It gives me enough time to drink a cup of coffee. So highly suggest this rental. Pretty stoked on it. So the link will be below. All right, we got everything unloaded from the truck. Now let's run to town and do a little bit of grocery shopping. Man, this is as dialed as I feel like I've ever been in the last, I don't know, 5 or 6 years in tournament fishing, as far as like getting to a location and really getting it nice and comfortable for the week. So that's good. Good thing. All right, got everything we need. We stocked up. It's important to stay fueled fishing tournaments. Went over to Wally World. So I'm actually on a low calorie kick right now, because Matt, Steffen, and I have a little bit of a wager for weight loss. So I'm on like 1,900 calories or less right now, and so got some stuff in case like I start, not feeling too great because I'm working too hard and not eating enough. Got some things I'll keep in the boat, but other than that, it's all pretty much health food, low calorie stuff, lots of fruit, lots of protein, that sort of deal. So I feel pretty good about it, but I feel even better about the fact that I got all of this done and have got moved in before anybody even got here. Matt's going to show up pretty soon. Panger and Blake Schroeder, those guys are going to arrive tomorrow, I think. So it's just going to be Matt and I here in the house, man. Plenty of space for activities. It's Matt outside. Oh yeah. In the meat wagon. Plenty of space. All right, man, what do you think?
What do I think?
It's a pretty sweet spot, huh?
Look at the crappers.
I know. Panger's going to love it. Slabs everywhere. There's a 3-fer right there. There's one right there. There's another one right there. Look at the one over there in the corner. It's a big one. Oh, look at that hog.
Look at it. We need to have a big...
Yeah, we got a big Lazy Susan on there. Sweet.
I mean, when they cancel 2 hard days, we can hang out here.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I wonder, you think the TV works?
Oh, yeah. This place looks legit. Like, it's got it dialed in. Yeah, look at that couch, man. I want a couch like that in my living room. Well, sweet. Well, anyways, guys, we are all set up here at the house. This is a pretty sweet rental. Again, I got the link to this particular house. If you guys are fishing a tournament here on Paris, have no affiliation whatsoever. Didn't get a discount or anything with this listing. I just thought it was pretty darn good. I mean, I've paid much more for much less. So just figured I'd put that in the description. But anyways, guys, keep up with all the action. It's going to be a fun week. It's going to be an interesting week, and I can't wait to go fishing tomorrow. Let's get started. I'll see you guys later. Make sure you trust the process. Stop throwing rocks.